Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Capricorn. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Capricorns, please. All right, so your person is showing up as the Four of Cups. All right, they're also showing up as the Emperor, Aries energy. They're viewing you as the Three of Wands. And we have the Seven of Swords, the relationship. Okay, so there may be something secret around this connection. Pisces had a similar vibe, so if you have Pisces placements or you're dealing with a Pisces or you just feel called to check out that reading, you may want to. But this person is also showing up as the Seven of Wands, so pay attention to those sevens. Also, sevens came through in that Pisces reading. But the Seven of Wands tells me that this is somebody here who's very ride or die. You know, in this particular card, we have two people here saying, you know what, it's me and you against the world, babe. So real ride or die energy. So when this person commits, Capricorn, they commit for real. They're all in. Now, the Four of Cups tells me you may meet this person at a point in time when they're giving up on love or they're bored and discontent with the options that are available to them. You could also meet at some sort of boring, I don't know, seminar, work thing, a party that neither of you really want to be at. So you may kind of connect that way. But I also feel too, this person may kind of come off as a bit emotionally unavailable at first. This is somebody who, like I said, when they commit hard. Okay, but they're kind of like, in this meh energy when it comes to dating, or like I said, bored at the party you meet them at, bored at the convention, bored waiting in line for the doctor or the dentist or something like that. So with the Four of Cups, some of you, I'm getting like a car wash even. You know, sometimes when you have to like wait for your car to be washed. I don't know, maybe somebody works at a car wash or is at the car wash. I don't know. I just got that message coming through strong. All right, so with the Four of Cups here, again, I think they're just a little bit bored and discontent with dating or with the situation that they're in when you meet them. We see the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, I actually feel like this just echoes what I was saying. This person is like not really, they haven't found anybody, or at least anybody lately that they want to invest in or that they feel is worth investing in. Or, you know, the party they're at, they're doing it out of, you know, because they felt obligated to be there, but they're not really invested in like going and having a good time. And we see the Knight of Wands showing up in reverse. So it does look like this person maybe has had this in and out attitude, maybe like a very casual energy when it comes to dating. Because again, I just keep hearing this person is like, just hasn't met anybody that's worth it. They feel like, you know, maybe like people are very shallow. People are, you know, not who they seem to be. It's hard to connect with somebody who's like smart, funny, has the same interests, somebody who's real. All right, Capricorn, and how you're feeling? Oh, you're going to love this. Ace of Wands. You're going to be very attracted to this person physically, but I'm also seeing that you might be feeling the same way. So I kind of feel like they're going to make you laugh unexpectedly, like, oh my gosh, me too. Like I'm here, but I don't really want to be here. Or, oh my God, I've had so many terrible dates lately, or, you know, I've had a hard time meeting people as well. So I do get like there's this camaraderie there where you two really connect. And I also think there's going to be, you know, there's serious attraction. Holy smokes. So what came through is life partner. Okay. So what kind of seems like a brief encounter ends up being a mutual love with a partner who shares your vision for the future. And this connection is meant to be long term. This person does not have any children. Okay. We see, wow, Capricorn, who is this person? This is definitely the universe bringing you two together unexpectedly. A mirror of yourself. This is a connection that intends for you both to balance your feminine and masculine energies and evolve your soul. And we see counselor. So this could be their job, or they just embody this energy as somebody who's really good at mediating situations. They easily guide people through difficult circumstances. So this is somebody who's calm. This is somebody who's a rock, an anchor for a lot of people. And there's a lot of strength here in their energy. Now with the Emperor, this person could have their own business. They could have Aries energy or Aries placements, but I also feel, Capricorn, that this is somebody who's just there. You know, look at how nicely dressed he is, and he's on this chessboard, as I was about to say. He's on this chessboard, and so he has all these options available to him, but he's not really interested. He's interested in you. Now I'm saying he, it doesn't mean that this person is a man. Remember, my readings are not meant to be gender specific, but this is somebody who has a very strong sense of self, somebody who's very grounded, somebody who's very strategic, somebody here who, again, knows their worth and their value, and they just kind of feel fed up and bored with dating or the situation they're in right now. But it's like they're doing it out of obligation, or, you know, like maybe they're just there for the open bar, right? Something like that. Not for all of you, of course. All right, we see that this person may be European or of European descent. We see that this is going to be a telepathic connection. So you two really get each other at a very deep level, like where you don't even really need to use words, right? And we see from down under, so some sort of Australian connection. Now, of course, they could be Australian. Maybe they lived in Australia. Maybe they studied in Australia. Maybe they have a trip planned to Australia. Of course, that could be for you as well. And we see that this person may be taller than average. But remember, Capricorn, these really specific messages, they're not going to resonate with all of you, but they will be confirmation messages for some of you. All right, let's see what else we need to know about this person, because I am certainly intrigued. I feel like you're going to be intrigued as well. But what else do we need to know about this person? What else do we need to know about this person? Okay, pathway. Yeah, so it's like this person right now, or when you meet them, they're not seeing a path forward in dating. Like I said, I don't think they've fully given up on love, but they may be resigned to the fact that there's nobody out there for me, or I'm going to be single for a while at the way things are going. We see poverty showing up in reverse. So some of you, this person might be self-made. They may have come from humble beginnings, but it does feel like this is somebody, especially with this Emperor energy, who has nice things, who's worked really hard for what they have. And they may be an official person. They may really hold a high position. You know, they could be, you know, in a management role, a boss, a CEO. Maybe they have, you know, just some sort of official title. All right, so let's keep going. I am definitely intrigued. I feel like you're also going to be really intrigued here. What else do we need to know about this person? How else will my Capricorns be able to identify this person? All right, your paths will cross after you make a final decision. So it might be, okay, fine, I'm going to go to this party that I don't want to go to, something like that. And of course, it does not have to be a party. It could be a work thing, or it could just be something you're just not up for in the moment. This person may go by a nickname. They're known to be sarcastic, yeah. And I do feel like this is like you two really do connect. That might be how you two begin talking, right? Like I see two people like, oh, great party, huh? Like it's clear that neither one of you are really enjoying it or what have you. But like I said, the party scenario is just an example. Okay, it could be a boring class that you're taking, or, you know, waiting in line for something. All right, and they want to send you a message. Okay, so some of you, they may have your details and they're, you know, waiting to reach out to you. Yeah, and I just get, this person will get your details, Capricorn. Like with this Emperor energy, they're going to make sure that, you know, you don't leave this brief encounter, they don't leave without, you know, at least getting your details. So we see the Three of Wands. Some of you, you may meet this person while you're traveling, or there might be some distance between the two of you. But this person still sees forward movement. That may not be something that scares this person, distance or travel. They see you, Capricorn, as somebody who's always building and growing as well. Somebody who likes to constantly learn, cultivate their mind. And they're very attracted to that. But we see Chariot card in reverse, Cancerian energy. They may be a little bit worried here, Capricorn, that you don't want to emotionally invest. And with the Chariot in reverse, it could be because you might meet this person when you're away from home, or they are, or there's some sort of distance between the two of you. I keep getting that. Okay, and we see the devil in reverse. So we do have the Cancer Capricorn axis. So some of you coming to this reading, you could be listening for your North Node in Capricorn, or maybe somebody has a North Node in Capricorn or Cancer. But when I do get the same, like the opposite signs of the same axis, it tells me that this is soulmate energy. This is really strong soulmate energy. This person also, I kind of feel though they're a little bit worried that you don't want to get involved if there's distance here, because you see that as something that just won't ever work out, or it's not really worthwhile. But how are you really going to be feeling, Capricorn? The Three of Pentacles. You're going to be feeling like, wow, we really are good for each other. We're really compatible. We want the same things. We're on the same page. So I do feel like whatever obstacle that you may see, it kind of feels more like a perceived obstacle than something that you feel like you can't overcome. So I like this energy, the Three of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, there is a work vibe here. So it could be like, this could be your boss, or maybe this is like the president of the company or something like that, or maybe you are. But I feel like with this element of secrecy around this connection, like maybe it's frowned upon or against company policy that you two are together. I'm also getting, for some of you, this person could be like famous or something like that. So it's like, I mean, I know that's not going to resonate with a lot of you, but I don't know. I'm getting like this energy of like paparazzi around this person. And again, it could just be like friends and family, coworkers. People are always kind of paying attention to what you're doing or what they're doing. So it's like there could be this element of, I want to keep this close to my chest before other people start, you know, messing about my business. That could be for you, that could be for them. You know, there's a lot of different reasons why there could be secrecy around this connection. Nothing here feels particularly insidious. You know, it doesn't feel like they're married and you're dating your married boss here or something like that, okay? It feels more like, you know, keeping this close to our chest until we know what it really is and what it can really become. All right, so let's see what else this person really admires about my Capricorns. What else does this person really admire about my Capricorns? So they see you as an advocate. Ooh, I love this archetype because it inspires you to put compassion into action. So you're not somebody who just sits around talking about the things that you're passionate about, making up excuses as to why, you know, you can't make a difference or make change. So they do really like that. You know, you put your money where your mouth is, basically. And we see liberator energy. So freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. So this person sees you. I mean, some of my Capricorns, I could be connecting with those of you who are teachers, those of you who are coaches. You could be life coaches, you could be sports coaches, you know, you could be therapists. I mean, you both could be in the same type of profession, but you do like, you know, you could be health coaches, things like that. But you help others. You help others make positive changes in their lives. You inspire others to make positive change. And I think you may inspire this person as well to make some changes here. And I feel like they're really willing to do that. So we do see the Seven of Swords. I'm reading this more as an element of secrecy and less as a connection that's meant to be draining or take something from you. All right, so let's see what else we need to know. What else do my Capricorns need to know about this connection, please? Alignment over attachment. This connection emphasizes harmony over possession. Ooh, beautiful. So healthy space and room to breathe here. We also see this connection stretches your ability to give, receive, and hold emotion with greater depth and awareness. So it's coming into your life, Capricorn, to expand your emotional capacity. Yeah, and it may be like I feel like you normally wouldn't extend this much for someone, but for the right person, you absolutely will. And it's not a vibe here of you overextending. It's like, wow, I never saw myself doing that, right? Some of you might move to another country to be with this person. Okay, or something like that, or make some sort of sacrifice that you thought, oh, I would never do that, but for the right person, absolutely you'll move mountains, or you'll do things that, you know, that surprise you. All right, so let's see. This connection requires conscious communication and accountability. So it's coming into your life, Capricorn, to help you build emotional maturity or flex your emotional maturity muscles, okay? So I love that. Everything here feels secure. And we see that this connection, this meeting happens while you're engaging in something you enjoy or feel passionate about. Alignment forms through authenticity. Okay, so some of you will meet through shared hobbies, but it's kind of interesting. I kind of feel like, okay, maybe some of you, let's just give like an example here. Some of you are really into health and wellness, and you go to a health and wellness seminar, right? Something that you enjoy and that you're passionate about. But the particular seminar ends up being a dud or ends up being really boring. And that's where you meet this person, right? But I do feel like a lot of you and this person, this is just more of an indication that you're focused on your goals and really focused on doing what you're passionate about when this person meets, or when you meet this person. All right, let's see if there's any other additional information that we need to know about this person or this connection for my Capricorns. Any other advice and guidance? We see fearless love, Spirit saying go for it. A courageous leap into the unknown. All right. Reaching out. So this person wants to send you a message. Expect a call or text from your person of interest. Okay. And we have healing connection. Oh, beautiful. Your romance will transform your life. Yeah, and I think that's going to be true for both of you. All right, we see love language, quality time. So trust. Trust how your body feels around this person, Capricorn. And be the witness to each other's lives. So spending quality time is really where you two are going to really bond. I know that sounds silly, but sometimes nowadays we don't do that enough, right? And we see freedom. This came through earlier. Alignment over attachment, healthy space, and room to breathe. And I think this is why, Capricorn, this connection just feels so different. It doesn't feel needy. It doesn't feel chaotic. It feels compatible, mature. It feels in alignment. All right, so let's see what else we need to know. So we see not likely when it comes to dates or times. It's not likely in the coming weeks. So some of my Capricorns, you might have to wait just a tad longer. We see the month of September and we see the month of July coming through. All right, so Virgo, Libra energy, Cancer, Leo energy. Again, these could be birthdays or these could be pivotal months in this connection. All right, so I'm going to leave it here, my lovely Capricorns. I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care.